It's Taking Action Tuesday, and tonight we're working to get results for a family of 6 who say their landlord has failed to make some big fixes, putting their health at risk.
7 Action News reporter Amira David is in Westland trying to get answers from that landlord. Take a look.
The list of problems inside this home, too many to count. The question we want answered, will the landlord step up to make it right?
You know, when we moved in, I thought it was going to be a good house for our family.
It looked like a pretty sweet deal, $1,400 to rent a rare 6-bedroom Westland home. It was just enough space to fit Tricia Shepard and her family of 7. But soon, some concern set in.
Both the tubs in both bathrooms, there's cracks.
She shows us some cracks that formed, allowing, she says, for a constant leak of water dripping into the basement.
There's a smell that is coming from it, and you can still see all the water damage, and we fear that there is mold in the walls. At first, it almost smelled like a mildew, a musty mildew smell, and now I'm not even sure how to describe it now.
Mold hasn't officially been detected, but she says her parents who live there have a pulmonary disease and are finding it harder to breathe.
For me, it's sore throat, headache, and congestion.
Meanwhile, the window air conditioner unit not working.
And when it rains real hard or it snows, it actually leaks from the bottom, causing a puddle to form.
And outside, another issue.
Oh, you can see the windows up here. They're kind of starting to deteriorate around the top.
Shepard says the landlord did make one fix on a leak that happened last year, but hasn't made any repairs since, despite repeated requests.
She tells us that it's not her problem. She tells us if we want to fix it, we could fix it at our own expense.
So I got on the case. The landlord is listed as Jane Yang, someone who, it turns out, was already on our radar back in 2014 for neglecting to make repairs at her Detroit apartment building.
I need to talk to you about a property in Westland on Perrin Street.
I did find her at her home.
We just want to know why the fixes have not been made at the property.
What do you do if the same thing happens to you? Stop paying your rent and put it in escrow, allowing funds to only be released when repairs are made. And keep all correspondence documented through text message or email should you need it in a court of law.
For now in Westland, Amira David, 7 Action News.
All right, good advice. Thank you, Amira. The landlord did later return our phone calls. She denied neglecting the property. However, she agreed more could be done and said she'd be willing to make those repairs. So since we stepped in, she's ordered a mold company to do some testing. The results, of course, are still pending, but we'll stay on top of it. So if you have an issue you need us to look into, be sure to send us an email to tips@WXYZ.com.